I'd like to thank my sponsors from last year, Mike Moretti and his Big Macro Pry Bar. Finally had to give it back because he found out I had it.
I am for you, never meant to be a teaser. There's not more to the song. It's my world, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive.
Day 8 of the project. It's many more days than that, but we're just gonna go with day 8. And last night we got the motor mounted in place, which is great. I mean, it's only 2 bolts and it took 4.5 hours, but you know how it is. The goal of today, the only thing we want to accomplish, anything else is just excess sauce, is to get the transmission into this thing.
You know that mozzarella and provolone is pretty much the same cheese?
I refuse to believe that.
One's aged longer, and I think they use a little bit different, some seasoning, something.
I know mozzarella is heavily salted.
They taste good either way, huh? I like cheese.
If we get the transmission in today, it's a win. The reason I say that is because the cart that we used to use is holding up a car. So we have to do a little pre-work ahead of time, clean up this cart so that we can use that to put the transmission on top of, and then try and connect it in there. The only advantage for us is that there's a huge access window cut into the floor here to get to some of these bolts.
Oh, that's the easy part, yeah.
What's the hard part, Leon?
I don't think it's really a hard part. It'd be way easier if we had a transmission jack. I bought one the other day.
Thanks, Harbor Freight, for not having what we needed.
Yeah, I think they used to stock them too, freaking guys. Harbor Freight did not sponsor us.
We did have a little mishap with the transmission last night.
Did we?
We sort of lost a connector.
We did? Who broke that? Did you get that on film?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah. What is that goo, anyway?
It's ranch.
I've never seen...
Avocado ranch.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I've never seen green ranch before.
Good boy.
Dude, it looks exactly like a $5 Wendy's salad.
Yeah, it's like...
That's like the promotional picture for the Wendy's salad.
It's like $2 or $3 from Walmart. Boy. I bet it tastes better than Wendy's salad too. Stop it!
I want to know how it tastes.
I tasted it last night and it was great. Leave me alone.
You know how many episodes open with you sitting in that thing?
It was a good seat.
This would be the second one, I think. So not a whole lot, I guess. Day 8. Real simple. Main goal of the day is to put the transmission in the Miata. We got the engine in last night, as you probably just saw if you're binge watching this. The only thing we got going for us is that there's a huge access window so that we can get to all the top bolts. So we got that going for us.
Do you think anyone actually binge watches us?
If I was to be totally honest, no.
I did.
Not right now. But if I found out that there was like this mini series of building an LS turbo Miata Kart, then yeah. If I found like episode 8, like yeah, I'd go back and watch the whole thing. I would. Our main problem right now is that the cart that we used to put the transmission on and in last time is being, I was gonna say obligated, is being occupied by this 1930 Model A Ford that you could go watch on Leon's Garage Adventures.
You know what? I would say it's obligated to hold it. If it wasn't obligated, why just fall over?
So what we're gonna do is clean off this little cart a little bit and then pop the transmission up on there, raise up the car and try and wheel it in. How's that salad, Leon?
It's really good actually.
$2 at Walmart, you say?
It's like a little less than $3.
Not bad.
Pretty good. Mark. You got it, dude.
I'm proud.
You ready?
I think so. Go. you think the motor moves are going to help?
I said that 18 times. That's what I think of that shit.
Oh my god.
Release the pressure.
You're doing this bit.
Hold on, I'm lining up your transmission.
Looks like you're just eating a bunch of cheese.
That's what you get for talking shit. Alright, let's do this. Can you go underneath and push it? Alright, I'm out.
She got branded.
You did?
I guess I'm out.
I'm out, we're done.
Is it in?
Yeah, all I have to do is tighten it. Like literally, it's that far away, all I have to do is just pop pop.
So then why don't I give you the tools to go pop pop?
That's what I was waiting for. That's what I thought you were.
Ask for the bolts.
Oh, no. I'd like to thank my sponsors from last year, Mike Moretti and his Big Maco pry bar. Finally had to give it back because he found out I had it. Anyways, there we go. Got the toy.
The rust is going in my eyes.
Oh, my baby. Think I say, wow, I have your love.
Okay. It's in.
Alright. Now we gotta do the bottom. This is not staged. Yeah, I'll take it out, so.
Perfect.
You want to take them all out so you can film it again?
No.
You didn't want to use my motor? Because this thing is filthy. It would have been kind of sad if I gave you my motor and I got this one returned. Just saying, look at that thing.
Yeah, it's more dirt than motor at this point. So we came across our first little problem.
Not really.
So we didn't come across our first one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge, I think.
We have to get to the torque converter bolt holes, and there, yeah. I mean, it's a nice little access window right there, but it would have been great if we had a little bit more room. Like,
So what I'm thinking is we shall spin it
yep. Manually turn the engine over until.
so we can get to it. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't think we're going to be able to get that much of an angle and start it with the extension. So what we can do is put a little shim in there to hold the motor up.
Take the motor mount
Take
out.
the motor mount up and just go straight.
So we got a little bit lucky with the torque converter bolts. There is a little access window that we purposefully had installed. just for this job. But you can get a better look of it right through here. Yeah, so that one in the back, that's what we're trying to get to. But it's working. We've got two right now, and once we get the third one in, we'll lift it up and then hammer them home.
Still might have to pull them out to get the starter on.
Yeah, there's that. Plan B, we just took out the motor mount, and now we got a straight line shot all the way through the back of Leon's head. That's it! So, torque converter is all bolted up. Next thing we gotta do is try and get that starter in. And there is some room, but not much. See those little scribbly marks back there? That's where the one starter bolt is, and obviously we're not gonna be able to get that in there because it's like 6 inches long. So, old Leon is gonna fire up that plasma, cut a big access window in it.
Not the best thing, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do, right? I was gonna do an oval, but it turned out to be a rectangle. close, right? Here it is.
I'm not off, is it?
The camera thing. All I've been trying to do this whole time. Oh shit, gone forever. Okay. Hey, starter's in.
That's it.
You wouldn't think
It's all done.
It is, but it do.
Start it up.
Now we gotta put the wires on. And the motor mount. That's gonna be a fun.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
What?
Oh,
The motor mount.
You took it off?
Had to.
yeah.
Dumbass!
So it turns out we're going to need a little bit of a clearance hole in the back of these homemade motor mounts. One, so that we can get to the wires for the starter, and two, it'll help us get the motor mount bolt in on this side, because the block off plate or the strength plate is facing from the nose of the car.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I had to go a little bigger because it looked like garbage.
Much better.
You can Photoshop that, right?
So we got the main starter bolts in, and we got all the electrical connections on the back of it. Next up, we just got to reinstall the motor mount and pray to any various gods that it still fits.
Good morning, Vietnam!
So the motor mount's back in, starter's all connected, a couple grounds, blah blah blah. So we're getting closer, and now basically it's just going over the harness, plugging everything back in that we can find. I suppose we could find some manifolds, put them on, some spark plugs perhaps.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
There's all your stuff in that.
There's a big old pile.
Stuff.
Yep. So I don't think we're going to do a montage for this part. We're just going to check back in once it's connected. We got everything plugged back in. What a mess.
Except for this. This might prevent us from...
The broken clip from the transmission, because the transmission may need to read that it's in park or neutral. Yep. Well, anyway, everything's plugged back in, so now we got to find out where the problem is. So we just used this old battery for the first test of it, and obviously it didn't turn over. So then Leon showed me how to take off these old transmission gear selector brackets, what he's holding right there, and he informed me that General Motors glues them in. Like, what a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, you gotta heat them up so the glue gets soft so they can manhandle them out.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, it's broken. Like, I definitely wouldn't have heated it up just to get it out. So anyway, he did that and then moved the selector around until all of a sudden it had a little bit of life, and the battery's not strong enough, so we're gonna swap out this battery with a known good one, and then we'll check back in.
One pedal more.
Yep, that definitely works. Man, I wish we had some more light.
Okay. Alright.
So we got the new Optima battery on, obviously. Leon just checked that the throttle works, and there we go.
Turns over. We don't have any fuel to it yet. Alright. Want to do the honors of...
I would love to. It's just gonna shoot flames right in my face, isn't it?
Fine. I don't think.
There's no exhaust on it whatsoever. Here we go.
Probably loud.
Should I try it again?
You go one more time.
Okay, so there's
Give me fuel, give me fire! Okay. Oh, you know, obviously we need some manifolds.
That seemed like more than just a fire. That had chunks with it.
That was maybe some dirt or something. Got like, no, I just got, I'm improving. I can't breathe.
I was surprised that it kept idling after,
Yeah, without the map and stuff connected.
yeah, or a fuel line connected to it or anything.
Well, there's fuel still in the rails too. Probably not a lot. And I just dumped a bunch of fuel in the intakes.
Holy crap, it runs.
Yes. Now just everything else. Clean mess. Now turn on the camera. Yes. Well, this was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be like a little tiny bottle. Here, let me help you out.
Wait, so done.
Alright. We can go home now.
That's episode 8.
Dude, I age so fast on camera. Like,
It's crazy. You can grow a beard in literally
this morning,
one day.
I mean, yesterday I looked like brand new. Not today.
It's crazy. So, this
Thank
was
you
a
for watching Leon's Garage Adventures. Tune in next time to see how the Miata turns out.
yeah, pro show. This was a big one. This was a
Wait, this isn't my show.
no.
I'm running this shit.
He does.
And I'm gonna keep running.
I can't remember this one. Anyway, there was actually a lot less wires than I thought there was going to be to make this thing run. Of course, then again, we didn't disconnect everything. We just, it was the only things that we had to, and then pulled it out of the Yukon. So,
We got wire at the fuel pump. Did you say that already?
nope.
We got wire at the fuel pump, connected to wires, figure out how to bypass the alternator, well, use the alternator, bypass the power steering, and radiator hoses, manifolds,
Fluids are going to be
turbo manifolds,
a big part of the
fluids.
next episode.
And I think what we're going to try to do is these lines right here for the original transmission lines.
Yep.
They're just hard lines. What we'll probably end up having to do is cut them real short so we can just pop them in and then run rubber lines
For everything else.
so
Up
we
to the
can
front.
actually fit them, because I don't think we're going to be able to fit the hard lines
Yeah.
even close to, I mean, we might even have to loosen this up, drop the trans down to try to get those lines on it.
Yeah.
I can't even see where they go right now. So,
there's that.
there's that.
But yeah, the fun stuff's over. Now it's all the garbage fluids and whatnot. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on episode 9.
Oh, we're up to 9. All right.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hooked on a feeling. There's bacon, I'm squealing. I'm making a salad.
Surprised not throwing any of those mozzarella.
I'm making a salad right now, guys. Piece of cheese there. Trying to get the cheese. Oh yeah, mozzarella. That's what I need.
I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever.
Release the pressure. Okay.